Now what you want to do is we want to exclude some of those, don't we? Right? So we don't want things like what? Oh, I don't know. Maybe custom fields. We don't want the trackbacks, maybe comments, right? So, okay. So what we're going to do is let's come up here. We're going to create another variable. And this time, this will be our features. So let's grab this, change this to features, bring that up here. Now we want it to be a post, and we're going to pass in an array of features to exclude. Okay, so let's just kind of slide over and let's see what we've got here. What ones do we want to exclude? Well, we shouldn't need an excerpt. We shouldn't need trackbacks. We shouldn't need custom fields, and we won't need comments either. So let's go and get rid of those. Okay, so we don't need the excerpt, right? Comments, trackbacks, and you can see how you can just go in and put in whatever you want here. Custom, I think it's custom fields. Let me just double check. Oh, here it is, custom field with a dash in there. Okay, so we'll just put this dash in. All right, so these are the ones that we want to exclude. So now we need to adjust and enhance this to say exclude features equals array. Okay, so now we want to exclude those, and parameter, this is going to be an array. So this is an array of features to exclude. Okay, so basically what we're doing is we're going to go and grab all the ones that are configured up for our post, bring those in. We did our array keys here. Well, we're not going to need that anymore. I'm going to show you why here in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that what we want is we need to create an empty array. Let's do that now. We're going to call this one post type features or return features or built features, whatever you want to call it. Okay, maybe this one up here are just raw features, right? Or configured. There you go. Let's call that configured features. And then this is going to be the ones that we return back. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to loop through these. So we're going to loop through the configured ones, the ones that we pulled in, and we're going to say as feature. And remember that value was just a Boolean, on or off. Okay. And we don't need that. So now we didn't have to do array keys to filter that out. Well, we're going to do a for each and loop through. Why waste the processing time in one extra line of code in there? Just get rid of it. We just won't use that value. Okay, so what we want to do is say, if this feature is not in that array, then I want to load it into features. Okay, well, here's what you do is you go and you say in the array, and we want the feature. Is it in this array? The exclude one. If it is, just continue. Okay, skip it. Otherwise, we're going to go features, add this in here. Feature. Okay, that's what we're going to do is we're going to, if it's not in the exclude, then skip over it and go ahead and run that now. All right, let's see what we get. DDD, and we're going to go features like that, right? And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do this one. I just want to compare like this, and then let's come back, refresh. Oops, I did DDD, didn't I? Just one. We want to see it on the screen, darn it all. Okay, so I've got 14, and here I've only got 10. So I excluded 4 of them. Okay, so here you can see that's my key, that's my value. Then I come down and I say I'm filtering, and notice custom field. Nope, not in there. Trackback. Nope, not in there. Excerpt. Nope, not in there. I filtered them out. I built a filter here. That's what I did. If you're using PHP 5.6 and up, you can use array filter, and it does this for you. Okay, that's a nice way of being able to do it. Otherwise, you can do it with what I just did for you right here. Let's make sure that you understand. I'm teaching you a little bit of PHP here also. All right, so here, this is a key. So this is the key. This is the value. Key value. We're not using the value, but you still have to specify it here. That gets rid of the array keys. It's going to be faster now, so I don't have to deal with array keys. Okay, so I'm specifying them here. I come down and I say in array. You can go look this up. And this is what I want. I want to check if this value is in this array. So let's say it's author. Okay, so I'm going to loop in and I'm going to say, okay, that is set to author. This is set to true. Then I come down here and I said, is author in this array? Well, no. Okay, so if that's no, then this would be false. And I come down to here. If yes, like with trackbacks, that was in there, I want to skip it. That's what this continue does, is it says up, continue, come down to this in curly brace, and it will come back and run the for each again. So it skips. Okay, that's what we're doing. If we're not skipping, then we're going to take that feature and load it into our new array. Okay, well, what if they didn't pass in any excludes? What do you do then? Oh, silly. You didn't pass in an exclude. Well, then what you're going to want to do is build a return early. If you've read my refactoring tweaks book, then you know what return early is. I've also given you that clean coding tip here on Know the Code. You know what that is. You're done processing. There's nothing else for you to do. So therefore, if this is empty, this is a falsy state. Falsy states are what? Come on, pop quiz. What are falsy states? The value in this variable is equal to an empty string, an empty array, null, false, 0, 0.0, and a string 0, right? All of those are empties. There's nothing to them. They're null. There's nothing. So therefore, they're going to come back and say, there's no value here. If that's the case, then we want to return, and now we do our array keys. Okay, this will be faster than this. It's built in to PHP. There's no reason to run through here. So then that will be faster, and we're going to bail out early because we're not going to filter. No reason to filter. Okay, so that just makes it a little bit faster. Yeah, let's get rid of this. There you go. You just improved this to make it more reusable. Anybody now, if you have more custom post types in here, you can just run them through this just by doing that. Okay, and you can put your list in here. So make sure that you understood that. You might want to rewind and watch that again and make sure that you get it. Okay.